Our guests that you'll meet today are truly hate-filled. They are self-described racists, white supremacists, Nazi lovers, and they admit to resorting to violence if they think it's necessary to get their hate-filled message across. But who are their real victims? Take a look at this man's face. His name is William Stump, and he, his wife, and their little baby were attacked by 5 violent skinheads just a few days ago here in New York City. Let me just say that we tried to bring you this show a few weeks ago, but because their hatred begets hatred in others, our guests, the skinheads and their allies, were themselves attacked outside our studio by an angry mob of Jewish radicals. Now, since we refuse to be censored by them or by anybody, and because we feel exposure will weaken the following these racists enjoy, today you will hear from these angry young men. Meet John Metzger of the White Aryan Resistance Youth. He says that whites must learn to keep themselves separate from the evil blacks and Jews. Bob Hike. He's the director of the American Front. Although he's got some hair on his head, he's a skinhead in heart, and he believes that Adolf Hitler and the Nazis were heroes. Michael Palish of the Skinheads of the National Resistance. He says our country has been invaded by the Hispanics, raped and deceived by the Jews, and maligned and fornicated on by the blacks. These people really believe those perverted statements. We'll find out the meaning behind their message, if there is one. And we'll meet some people who say that our guests are pathological misfits, truly dangerous young men. Young racists. Are these angry young men merely looking for attention? Or do they represent something much more dangerous? That's our focus on this edition of Geraldo.
Easy, all white, you know.
Bob Hike,
kicked out.
right? Bob Hike. You're a skinhead. Your organization is a neo-Nazi group.
No, not necessarily.
You believe in clashing and bashing, right? Going out bashing is sort of...
Attack us all you want. You're not going to get anywhere.
May I
Well, then
say...
speak your mind.
Hold it.
We will.
Bashing is defined in your publication as groups of you going out hunting
In my publication?
other groups.
In my publication?
Well, it's actually
I was attacked by
John's father's
5,000
publication.
people, you know, just
Oh, God, come on,
just
guys.
like the communists that are in this group right now.
How do you justify attacking a white man?
right.
And his,
I can't justify
hold it.
Right
Hold
here.
it.
These are
We got a
communists.
long show. Everyone's going to have their chance.
I don't need to
included.
justify it because I did not
All right.
do it, and none of my
That's right.
people didn't
Yeah,
do
what
it,
do you-
and people with
Hold
political
it.
beliefs such as mine wouldn't have done that.
Stop
We
it.
don't do that kind of thing. We don't walk around the streets just beating on anybody. We don't go up and spew political beliefs of somebody. If they don't agree with us, we don't beat them up. I mean, Jesus Christ, that's not the way to do things, obviously.
What?
First of all, I like to say I'm a Jewish skinhead, and second
There is
of all,
no such thing.
you want to bet. And second of all, I like to know why you have only white power up there, and why don't you have non-racist skinheads up there?
Show's not about. Show's about racism.
Funny
Go
thing
ahead.
is,
Good.
out of those 5 guys, right? They're talking about the white supremacy. This is what they're talking to me. One was Jewish, one is Irish. By their names, you can see one was Hemmelstein. You know what I'm saying?
They're all a bunch of hypocrites. That's
Right. That's exactly what they are. I mean, anybody sit there, and it wasn't no waiting for no train. I mean, you got 4 guys, you got 3 guys downstairs by the train, and 2 standing upstairs.
Of
course, this is the only crime that happened in the city, by the way.
That doesn't mean.
Do
just
white
'cause of
people
one
get
crime-
hurt?
How's
Wait,
that-
hold on.
Do white people get
Let me
hurt,
ask
or
you.
what?
May I ask that?
According to law enforcement, skinheads recently have been involved in activities. I mentioned bashing. You say you don't condone it. Okay, let's say you don't condone it. What about the desecration of synagogues?
If anything, they should be paying us not to do it. And
What are you
Chris,
doing? Wait.
I personally told my people at Crystal Night that's coming up November 10th not to even go out at all because I don't want to see us get a bad name. Because for one thing, they're going to be out there with all their lights on because they're so scared of us. And for another thing, I don't want any bad rep for any of these groups. We're trying to turn these people into decent people. Matter of fact, all of our people right now...
Do you believe
none of these
Bob
people do
Hike in the
drugs.
desecration of synagogues?
No. It's a waste of good American paint.
So I smoke pot, so what's up with that?
So you're a drug fiend, so that's your
How about a drug
problem.
fiend?
We don't.
Recently in California. excuse me. Recently in California, a group of skinheads, racist skinheads, slit the throat of a young Hispanic woman. They wanted to make a point and to scare minority people. Do you endorse that activity?
Listen, let's get to the real issues here.
Yes or
Why
no,
are you
John?
curbing? Why are you beating around the bush, Jerry? Look at White Jerry King. That was your former name, wasn't it?
It wasn't, and I really recommend that you don't push me too hard.
Oh, come on, sir. Hey, do a little bit of research.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back. In the heat of the moment, I realized that it must be awfully confusing to you, the audience, because these guys look like these guys over here and look like the fellows on the stage. Now these skinheads or skullheads or whatever you call them support the three fellows representing the three admittedly racist groups. The front row here consists of, come on, give me a break. Consists of skinhead groups that do not support the racist philosophy of those on the panel. All right. No.
Clap for the drum pushers.
Wait. Here. Wait, hold it. What?
Oh, what are you saying? They were
Original
rich?
skinheads were white working class. If you are not white working class, you cannot be a skinhead by the definition.
By whose definition?
Just the way it's been since the 60s. There were no blacks. There's no such thing as a non-white skinhead.
They were rude boys, not
Black
skinheads.
skinhead, and I
Skinheads are
got to
white.
get to the Nazis.
The first skinheads were Jamaican rude boys. That's where the star came from. The star came from mods. You guys are fakers, all right?
Oh, we're fakers.
You're neo-Nazis. Why don't you just go ahead and say you're neo-Nazis, right? You're lying to everybody. You're fake.
Hey, yo.
Define a neo.
You're not
Wait,
national
are you?
socialist.
Do you believe?
Do you don't even know what that means?
Okay. Who wants to speak?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what we believe in.
Good.
We have a big problem, okay? We're two fronts. We're fighting a civil war between our own people. Racially conscious white people need to preserve their heritage and culture. That's the first problem. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The second problem is we're going after the United States government full force. They are our number one enemy.
Back
and
up.
we're going after them because
Back up.
they cause us problems.
Wait, back up to the first part. So
I want to get that straight. First of all,
I don't
blacks, you guys don't really fit in. You're not in our agenda. That's what I'm saying. So don't feel like we're going to hurt you.
We don't want to fight.
We don't care.
That's what we're trying
What do you
say.
want to do? What do you want to do?
We want to get away from the drug
What do you want to do?
abortion,
What
drug
do you want to
mixing.
do?
What I'd like to see
Yeah.
in America,
Yeah.
I'd like to see truth and justice.
Oh, come
and
on.
right now there are
Superman, tell me
lies.
what you
You're
want.
pushing the lies. What are you
What do you
talking
want to
about?
see?
You
What's
push
your
lies
agenda?
every
What's your
day.
agenda? You want a racially pure country? Is that what you want?
You don't see it at all.
Do you want all the minority people to leave the
don't
It
country?
doesn't matter what country it is, as long as
come
they're
on.
racially...
Confront it.
Listen,
Confront
everybody deserves their own homeland, all right? Everybody deserves, every race, I don't care if you're white, black, red, whatever,
The Jews are
deserves a
committing genocide
racially...
right now.
Listen, the Jews got Israel, they've got their racially pure state, and they're doing well by that. Whites don't have it, and we need it. We're dying out. By the year 2000, we're not going to be here anymore. We'll be the minority in this country. I know. Thank you. And that's you, too. And that's all your sons and daughters, so laugh it up. That's your culture and your race
Laugh
going
it
down the
up.
drain. Fine. If that's what you want, fine. But
Whites
we don't
are
want it that
outnumbered.
way. We want our own land. And listen, it's the U.S. government that is the enemy of everybody here and not you.
What heritage are you?
I'm German, thank you.
You're German.
I'm
Yeah.
All German.
I'm Polish.
German and Irish.
German and Irish.
He's a Christian. Excuse me.
I'm all-
Fellows, ho! Ho! Yes.
You say we. Don't speak for us.
We're not speaking
We,
for
no,
you.
the
We
gentleman
don't-
in the center, I'm
listen,
not
if you
even
don't want
speaking
part
to
of it, then
you.
we don't want
I'm
you.
speaking to the men in the center. You use the statement we. You go and you find your own homeland. America was founded and put together by all races and all people from all over the world. And that is what we are, and we are one nation under God. And you are not, my son. You're not.
Well, then why don't we have a lot of non-white scientists and physicists, teachers,
That's not even...
government officials? Why aren't they up there? If we're all
What are you
equal
ta- what are you
and
talking
we're
about?
all going
While
for the
they're
same
coming up,
base.
how come our country
You
is
got
going
white
down?
guilt, lady.
While they're
We don't
coming
want to
up, why is our
associate with
country
you.
going down?
There's white people out there in
We don't want anybody...
Your
who doesn't
father,
want to be a part
Tom,
of it.
is one of the Aryan movement leaders. Is he ex-KKK, right?
You did an
Ex-leader of
interview
the
with
California KKK.
Yeah, you did an interview with him, and he smashed you in the ground. By the way,
What'd you say?
smashed
wow,
you in the
big
ground. You
brave
didn't do
guy.
too good. You lost your cool.
He smashed me in the ground?
Yeah.
You and your father together couldn't smash me in the ground. But But I digress. I digress. Did you? How long? Or how old were you when your father began preaching the racist line to you?
Racist, being proud of your heritage, racist. That's what I mean when I say racist. My father never forced anything down on me. I came from a racially conscious family. All the sisters I have, my mother and my father, many of my relatives, especially my family, they told me, they showed me, and a lot of it was just by experience. I went to public school. I didn't go to private school. I had just as much a chance to be convinced that I'm wrong now, but I'm not. There's literally thousands of people out there in TV land and in the audience. You don't see them because they're not going to stand up now, that agree with a lot of what we're saying. You have to fit us in your agenda, no matter if you hate us or not.
That the United States has to be a racially pure country? Who believes in that?
A lot of people. I get calls every day. Thousands of people are writing these shows.
There are only 1,500 skinheads in the whole country.
Oh, well,
says who?
Throw your figures
Says the ADL.
around.
You listen to them again?
Let's talk equality and the ADL. Okay, so we say blacks and whites are equal, okay? What about the Jews, okay? They're supposedly the self-proclaimed chosen people. Well, wouldn't you say that's one step above equality? So wouldn't you say that they have a much better chance at making it in this country than anyone else? Yes, they do.
This is the land of opportunity.
They own the media.
How
come all our taxes have to pay to support Israel?
Bob, how old are you?
20.
What do your parents think about your activities?
20. They don't.
Your parents don't like what you do,
Half the people in this audience are
they don't. They're embarrassed by it, aren't they?
No, they're not.
They're embarrassed by what you do.
I can name as many.
No, they're not.
They're not?
Well, you can't hear me? What's the problem?
Henry Kissinger.
I have more questions to address to our three panelists, but before I do, let me introduce two more guests. First of all, Roy Ennis. He is the chairman of the Congress of Racial Equality. He feels that our country is being embarrassed by these racists. Sitting next to him, Rabbi A. Bruce Goldman, the president of the Center for Jewish Living. He says that these racist groups are being run by pathological misfits. And in that line, Bob Hike, before I get to our two new guests, we got this right from your writing. Do you not believe, sir, that Adolf Hitler and the Nazis were heroes?
What's that from my writing? Please tell me what you're talking about.
Do you answer the question, please?
Heroes?
Yeah.
They, yeah, I guess, yeah, sure. They took up a struggle.
So cut through the bull. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
They were
in 10 years, they did what the party, the National Socialist Party in Germany, did something that no one else has ever done. In that time, they turned an entire economy around and created a state that was, unparalleled.
And wiped out, almost wiped out a race of people.
What about Joseph Stalin, the 30
almost
million people
wiped out a
Jews,
race
whites, and
of
everyone? You
people.
can't put the supposed 6 million on Adolf Hitler, man, because Joseph Stalin,
you can't?
JFK,
you can't?
man,
the Holocaust, did it happen, Bob Hike?
Hey, does it matter?
Does it matter?
There's 30 million people.
Does it matter?
Jews in the Ukraine that died. It was killed by Joseph Stalin, the man
Rabbi Goldman,
who was responsible for putting the Nuremberg trials.
Rabbi Goldman,
Rudolf Hess
Rabbi
did
Goldman,
nothing, put him away for 30 years, and
he says it doesn't matter. He says the Holocaust doesn't matter. Should we be frightened by his appalling ignorance? Or should we be angered?
30 million
Shut up!
People, man.
Or should we be angered by it?
Good man. No, here's a good man.
Shut up. Go ahead.
This is the same kind of talk that we had over the war in Vietnam when we counted bodies. An atrocity is an atrocity, whether it's one life, or 300,000, or 3 million.
Top of the list.
Let me tell you how I first understood the meaning of the Holocaust. It was incomprehensible to imagine 6 million or 30 million slaughtered by the Russians under Stalin. He's correct. Okay. Until one day, sitting at the Eichmann trial in 1960 in Jerusalem, as a young rabbi, as a human being, I tried to figure out what is 6 million. Until I heard a woman describe how a man named Adolf Eichmann ordered a young Nazi SS Gestapo lieutenant to take her child from her breast, she was nursing, and take that child and swing it by the feet against a brick wall as the brains poured out onto its mother's breast.
Hiroshima, Dresden, 60 million.
All war is genocide, man. Face up to it.
Shut up.
You're a total.
Let him finish, please. Let him finish.
I'm getting tired of it.
Let him finish. I'm tired. You're tired. Shut up.
I then multiplied that incident by 6 million. And if that had been the only event perpetrated by racists, bigots, and people who hate each other, there is one thing that I've understood,
The more sympathy they get.
both in the area of what I call ethnic therapy, ethnotherapy I am, interracial, interreligious activities in which I listen to people intimately discussing their personal feelings involving racism and everything else in interpersonal relationships. The one thing that I've always noticed to be the case is I've never met a racist who loved himself or herself.
Williams. Michael Palish of the Skinheads of the National Resistance says that our country has been National White Resistance. Our country has been invaded by the Hispanics, raped and deceived by the Jews, and maligned and fornicated on by the blacks. Should we respond with anger or with sympathy?
I came here prepared to be very angry, but I feel very good because I see a cross-section of Americans here, and they're in good shape.
You say they're in good shape, but it's not.
The fact that this ad hoc cross-section of America understand that these guys are immature clungs and should be ignored.
I have a lot of people who beg to differ with you.
You know, make me feel very good.
He doesn't have an argument. That's what he's trying to tell you guys.
One argument, that means very simple. You're a bunch of young clungs that are trying to grab every bit of media because you know in certain elements in America, racism pays well. So you want to be racist.
They called us. Believe me.
What? Wait.
Sunlight is the best disinfectant. I believe that. Just like roaches, when you turn the light on, you go and scurry.
Yeah, but you don't...
We'll be right back. Stay with us. Our focus, young hate mongers. Let's take some audience questions.
I was curious. They're awfully young. They are very media slick. They know how to bait, and they use words that they've been trained in. I also am not that upset. What my question is, I think that they're quite ignorant. I'd like to know their education.
Think you're ignorant. Take your materialistic attitude and
what's your educational background?
Lock it up.
Did you finish high school?
Materialism isn't
Yes.
going to do anything for
What's your education? We'll start with you.
Went through high school. I had a working background. I worked all through high school. 7 years of baseball, 2 years All-Star. Came from a good family. I'm an electrician.
What's your educational background, Bob?
I took the GED and got out when I was 14.
Okay, Michael, what's your education?
I graduated from high school, and I'm a layout and design artist.
A land design artist?
Layout and design.
Layout and design.
At an ex-con.
Are you an ex-con also?
Not an ex-con. Are you out of your mind?
Yes, you are, Michael. Why don't you tell them the truth?
Hey, I got no convictions, man.
I have to go to court tomorrow. That's true, but I'm not an ex-con, and I don't.
What are you charged?
You could take a drug test, and you wouldn't see any needle.
What are you charged with?
Oh, drugs have nothing to do with it. Only
what are you charged with?
I'm not an ex-con.
Rabbi, what's he charged?
My resume here, it won't say I'm an ex-con. I was thrown out.
He was arrested for a felony.
A felony. Wait, hold it. Here we are. Question.
He reportedly served time for felony.
I'd like to know if you're so.
You wouldn't remember anyway.
If you have true belief in your convictions and your movement is as good and as powerful as you say it is, why are you afraid to let other people speak? Why are you not like other minorities and allow other people to pursue whatever happiness they find in whatever religion they find, whatever color they happen to be? You don't let anybody answer a question, and if you don't have a question like this lady over here, you tell her to shut up. What are you afraid of?
The reason why I do that is because I get sick and tired of hearing the sob stories from kikes. I get sick and tired of seeing Uncle Tom here sucking up, trying to be a white man.
Go ahead, Roy, go ahead.
Now, let me tell you.
Sit down, man.
Hey, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. Hey, hold it. Hold it.
Sit down.
Only slightly the worse for the wear. We're back. The skinheads have been, or the racist skinheads have been cleared out of the building. Roy, Ennis, and I must admit I feel the same way. It was just too much. The kike remark was just too much. Rabbi, I'm just a half.
Do you remember when George Bush accused Mike Dukakis of being a liberal? What Mike Dukakis should have said is what I'm going to say to you. He should have said, "Ich bin a liberal," and told him what it meant. Ich bin a kike. I am part of a tradition of 5,000 years of justice and compassion. I am part of a people who produce every single year 50 to 80% of all the Nobel Prizes in the world. I am part of a community of 1.8% people of the population of the United States that produces theater and art and sculpture and music and culture that is enjoyed by 98% of the American population.
Roy,
Ich bin a kike. Let me tell you what a Nazi looks like. I looked at Adolf Eichmann and I said, what does a Nazi look like? You know what a Nazi looks like? He looks like our uncle. He looks like our neighbor next door mowing the lawn. He looks like our accountant. He looks like our lawyer. He looks like our father, and he looks like our brother. He can have a shaven head or he can have long hair. He can wear a three-piece suit and run a campaign that requires 8 people to be removed a month before a U.S. election for having 8 Nazis. 8 neo-fascists, of which several of them have been accused of killing 100,000 Jews.
Okay, calm down.
Okay,
I've
calm down.
Right, good, good, I'm not.
You've never seen me when I'm not calm. I am perfectly calm.
Roy Ennis. They say, let me just say this. Sticks and stones who break my bones, but names can never hurt me. But that name hurt us both.
Yeah.
Why were you motivated to stand that way?
Because this is beyond just the Nazi problem. It's a problem of increasing and growing indecency in America among certain hoodlum types who believe they've got the constitutional right to verbally assault. That's the word. Verbally assault people. I stand here today as a message to all the hoodlums, black, white, pink, Martian or otherwise. I would not stand idly by and have them abuse me verbally. All right? Assault me verbally. And more than that, I would not allow them to assault anybody else physically or verbally. I was very much hurt when I saw the television and heard about the gentleman's Bill's problem here with these skinheads.
The family that was
And let me
beaten.
tell you, I think my rage was more for you than for myself, for what they did to you. And I will hope that you will call on me if you ever have any trouble with these guys.
I wanted to ask them the question because they come from the same, the people that we had the incident with were from Pennsylvania. And it just goes to show you how violent, like the man in the middle shows you how his temper is very sharp. He goes right off, no ifs, ands, or buts. So it goes to show you how it went off down where it happened with us. Because I would submit it to the arrest, and even at the end, after the incident happened, the guy grabbed me by my neck and told me, wouldn't it be easy just to join us in the beginning?
Yeah. Intimidation.
And it goes to show you that there's no doubt in my mind they would have done something to her and the baby.
That's right. And if more people stand up the way you did and I did, these hoodlums will back off.
That's the point. Hold it. That is the point. Listen. The main thing that Roy Ennis said is something that I hope everybody in this country heeds. When someone calls someone a name, when someone attacks someone in a subway because they don't follow their particular belief, then it's not just the responsibility of the person attacked. It's not just the responsibility of the person being mugged. It's all our responsibilities. Ich bin
a kike.
But that's just like John Kennedy said, Ich bin Berliners at the Berlin Wall in '61.
John Kennedy.
Ich bin kike, all of us.
No.
We'll be right back.
Ich bin a Berliner.
It strikes me that some of our audience may be fairly traumatized by what happened here. Here's a lady. Now, where are you from?
I'm California.
And what do you think?
Well, I was in the back, and I moved forward just to maybe get out of here, but this is my first day in New York. And
But what do you think about what you heard?
well, I had no idea what the difference between them and them. When they all came in, I had no idea what they wanted out of us. And,
is it frightening?
just shook up.
Yeah. So where are you from?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
So what do you think?
I'm shook up also. It's kind of scared, but, you know, talking with these people in between the breaks and stuff, they're very nice. And it's like, I look at them and I look at those other people. Now, those other people, they're against everything, but they're clean, okay? But these people, no offense, okay? But I would be more afraid of you if I met you on the street than I would be of them. No, I am, no. And you're very nice.
You know, that is interesting. But is that one of the dangers of the Nazis, that, as the rabbi said, they look just like you and I? Okay, now, all right, let's get this. You guys are, stand up. You guys are not Nazis, right?
No, not at all. In fact, I want to make a clear point right now. It's not just skinheads that are involved in this. For example, as you might have guessed from the length of hair, I am not a skinhead. I'm involved in an organization called the Anti-Fascist Front. This man here is involved in an organization called Skinheads Against Racial Prejudice. This man over here is involved in an organization called the Anti-Fascist Skinhead League. Now, I want you all to know, we put our necks out on the line by coming here and being on TV, because there is a lot of problem between the skinheads. And an important point that needs to be made, a great misconception on the part of the media, people are playing up on these Nazi skinheads. The Nazi skinheads, particularly in New York, the white power skinheads, are a minority among the skinheads, and they are treated as a minority, and every now and then they're reminded that they're a minority.
But wait a second, how can the public tell the difference between a good skinhead and a bad skinhead?
You hear more about the bad than you do the good.
Well, I mean, we can tell the difference, basically by the appearance. And you can see, like, if they're wearing a white power symbol, if they're wearing a Nazi symbol, it's obvious, you know. It's really hard. There is no way people on the outside can really tell.
What is a skinhead? Why do you shave your head?
I just believe in the lifestyle.
And what is the lifestyle?
Just working class and being involved in what's going on around you, simply. That's my opinion. I mean, but there's 11 different factions of skins. You have scooter skins, you have gay skins, communist skins, socialist skins. There's no real one group that you can pin down and say, well, this is skinhead.
Well, basically, we should go back to the origins of skinhead, which was in the 60s. It was a working class movement, and it was not racially biased at all. The original skinhead music was soul and reggae and ska. They were highly influenced by the West Indian blacks. So it was not racially motivated until the 70s, when it was sort of revived and it was altered and distorted. And then, so that's why you have the factions. And there have always been factions, and there have always been clashes between the two main, which is what you've seen tonight.
What happened? Where did it go bad? Where did the racial thing start happening? Well, was it the parents? He says, Mr. Stump here. Wait a second. There's probably a lot of truth. I consider you like every man. You know, you were victimized in this thing that happened to you on the train by the skinheads, the racial skinheads. But what's your opinion of this? Here you're raising this beautiful little daughter, 2 months old, almost caught up in the violence. What do you think about this as a parent?
Meeting these guys here, you know, when I first came in, I didn't know. As I said to one of them before, how can you tell the difference? I mean, because the ones that we encountered, you notice they was like the same. This is the type of reaction that we received, so you can imagine. So it goes to show you what they would have done if they did get their hands on the baby. So it goes to show you. The obvious is right there. You see the man in the middle, how violent he got, how mad he got. I mean, you seen his temper jump off like that. So now you can see what I was saying, because I wasn't involved or refused, and I wasn't going to take it. You can imagine now how I had to go through.
Okay, sit down, everybody, sit down. I want to talk to Roy. Hold it. Roy. Hold it. Is racism And I don't know what the equivalent is in anti-Semitism or all the other anti-religion. They're against Catholics, too, for all I know. Is that on the rise in your perception?
No, it's not. But before that, let me say this, in reference to the question about the dress. Keep in mind, the Nazi brown shirts were spit and polish in Germany. Don't go by spit and polish looks. These are decent kids here from what I can discern. These are bums. These were spit and polish brown shirt bums. Some of the biggest criminals and dope pushers got the prettiest cars and the prettiest clothes. All right? So be careful about that.
All right, now what about the question of racism and anti-Semitism?
No, it is not on the rise. I think the media is saying this, and it's unfortunate. The leaders are hustling this, all right, for their own good. The plain fact is America is less racialistic today than at any time in the history of the country.
Let me ask, I hope that's true at the bottom of my heart, but let me ask maybe a tougher question for you, Roy. Do you think that black radicals, people like Sharpton and Maddox and Mason and Farrakhan, do you think that they help exacerbate? Oh, there go the fellows. I guess they're being arrested. Oh no, they're not being arrested. I don't want them. I just want them out of town. They're just a bunch of punks. Bunch of punks. Just a bunch of punks. Let them go. The boys in blue. New York's finest hustles them out of here. Well, good, good. They're not getting arrested. All right, so I don't care. Being escorted out of here.
Hey, Ronald, look.
Good. Hold it. Let me just get this answer, please.
What you are doing is the proper thing, all right? Let me show you the difference. You allow them to be heard. You don't censor them, and that's good. Because they're a fool, they will, self-destruct. But at the same time, you make certain that I'm here. The rabbi is here. This very decent gentleman is here. These young folks are here. In other words, you give equal time to another point of view. The problem of the impression of increasing racism is a certain irresponsible element in media is given a disproportionate amount of time to the Sharptons, the Maddox, the Masons, and the haters, and the Skinheads. That's the problem.
Okay. Light is the best disinfectant. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Our focus has been young hate mongers. We're almost out of time. Yeah.
I just wanted to say we should all be proud of our race. We should all fight for our race. And our race is the human race. Bottom line.
All right. Well said. Well said. Rabbi, you've got 20 seconds for some final thoughts.
William Stump is here because he's a victim. I'm here because you invited the Nazis, as other media have, to give them a forum in America. You have taken pipsqueaks, racist, not one complete sentence out of any one of them, except hate. Not one complete sentence, and you gave them a national forum.
But at least he allowed the other point of view to be heard.
I am more concerned that you do a show on this.
Nazis. More
the
Nazis.
New Nazis, the new right, and the Reagan administration. Right here.
This is, here, let me get Tony.
This is the fear right here.
What do you think, sir?
I think that we don't have to worry about people like this because all they're doing is breeding hate, and we don't hate in here. But they'll all be in jail within 10 years. We don't have to worry about people like this. They'll be in jail. Who do we worry about?
After they've killed how many people?
I don't think we have to worry about anybody.
How many more
victims
victims?
like this? I think we all love each other as brothers and
the
sisters.
key is don't let them polarize us.
That's it.
Don't let their hate polarize us.
Can I hold that, baby? Let me take this little baby. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to don't bleed on the baby. Here. Okay, this is the future, folks. This is like the lady said back there, I'm proud of the race of this baby. This baby belongs to the human race. And I hope she can grow up in a world that doesn't have hate mongers. And if they do, I hope the majority of people fight against them. Thank you.